Good morning, Weight Watchers and YouTube. I don't know what's going on with this weird light across my face, but I look like a raccoon, but whatever. I just wanted to check in with you because it is Monday, which makes that weigh-in morning for me and Norm. So I'm not really sure how many weeks I've been on Weight Watchers, but I started back in May, like May 22nd or 23rd, something like that. So I'm coming up on, was it 6 months? And, or 7, I don't know. June, July, August, September, October, November, December. So I'm coming up on 7 months. I am 2.4 pounds away from losing 40 pounds total, which was my goal by Christmas. So I will actually have met my little mini goal. I did meet one small goal today. Today I met one small goal today. I am in the 170s. I am 179.6, I think it was. So yeah, that's craziness. I haven't been 170 anything in, I can't tell you how long. It's been a while. I started at 217, which oddly enough was not my highest weight ever. And I hadn't really done anything to lose when I was at that weight. It's just that when I crept back up from whatever I had done prior, that's as high as I got. Anyway, so a couple of things. It is, the reason I said I'm not sure how many weeks I've been on is because I just wanted you to know. I know you guys didn't see Norm this weekend. We had a really busy weekend for not a lot of stuff happening, if that makes sense. So it was, I'll tell you about what we did this weekend and then I'll tell you Norm's weigh-in. So, and mine. So, Friday night, what did we do Friday night? I feel like we did something and it's escaping me completely. Friday night we went to my job's party, which was just like a gathering. It wasn't like it was a big hoop-de-doo or whatever. And then Saturday we went grocery shopping and I did a meal haul and meal prep. My meal prep wasn't very exciting this week. It was a lot of chicken and some shrimp. But then it was also just pictures. I didn't do a video or anything crazy like that. For those of you who know that I get 25 Days of Christmas from Norm because he is just the sweetest. Today I've got the goofiest Christmas sweater on and it says Santa's favorite and it goes all the way down and it's got like this long hood. It's just silly. He knows I love silly Christmas stuff and he got me leggings to go with it. So yesterday was the sweater because he knew I wouldn't wear it till Monday, and then today was the leggings. So yeah, he knows I love goofy Christmas stuff, so just perfect. So I think I finally got this car mount thing right, so tell me if it looks better. You guys aren't looking at me from below anymore. Duh, I just moved it up the heater. Duh. Anyway, so yesterday I worked my second job. I'm a consultant and I worked all day. Like I had to be there at noon. I expected to be there till like 9 o'clock at night. I ended up being done at like 5. So still a great day. Because I work on per people that I consult with. So it's, you know, the people pay regardless of how long it takes for it to happen. Because they pay per person. So it was great. I made a ton of Christmas money. So we're good to go there. But anyway, so it was football day for Norm, and we've talked about this before. Football day for him is a rough day. He always wants food. So first week on Weight Watchers, and he said, I want a sub. Well, he's already had a sub this week, cheesesteak sub, okay? So, but he gets a lot of weeklies because he eats throughout the week. I make his lunch and breakfast. So he ends up with a good bit of weeklies left over, or weeklies that he gets. So, and that he rolls over. So this morning, it was weigh-in morning for him, and he was a little worried because he had this sub last night, which was pretty salty. But he weighed in this morning, week 1, and he ended up losing a little more than 5 pounds in 1 week. So he's excited because I said, and see, you thought you weren't going to lose weight on this plan because you're eating. Remember, before he wasn't eating. He was coming home at night and just grazing all night, right? Now he's eating. He's eating breakfast, he's eating lunch, he's eating dinner, and he's eating snacks. And he said, I didn't realize I could have as much food as I'm having and still be losing weight. Now, in the past, he's tried these fad diets where he's eaten like cereal and bananas all week, and he can lose 10 to 15 pounds in a week, no problem. But that's not what we're doing this time. We're doing where he's eating across the board, he's hungry. I'll tell you what else, he's sleeping better. He has had very little heartburn other than when he eats something junky like a sub. And he used to have heartburn every single night, right? So he's feeling better, he's looking better, his skin looks better, and this is 1 week. 1 week, right? So my weigh in, I lost a little more than a pound. So like I said, I'm in the 170s now. I gotta be 178 something before I firmly say I'm in the 170s. I'm 179 point something. So, you know, give myself a week for that. You know how I am. I don't believe it till it sticks. But so this week I meal prepped, or weekend, I meal prepped all of our breakfasts, all of our lunches, and then I meal prepped all of our dinners. And that's the one thing I hadn't done last week because I wasn't fully prepared for him to go on Weight Watchers. He kind of sprung it on me. But this week I was fully prepared. Now, I will tell you, our grocery bill went up a little bit, but not because it's Weight Watchers, but because he's now eating breakfast and lunch, and he wasn't before. So I've got to prepare those things. But he eats a good bit. He gets I make him a breakfast sandwich in the morning with a bagel thin, eggs, 2 eggs, a piece of turkey bacon, and a couple of sprays of spray butter. Which is like 5 points, and his coffee, which is low points, like a point, I think. For lunch, he gets a tuna wrap with some veggie straws and some fruit. I give him fruit I give him like 3 or 4 pieces of fruit just to have throughout the day, so if he gets snacky, he can have it. And then he gets a pack of 100-calorie cookies. He comes home, eats whatever I have for dinner, and he always still has, I'm telling you, like between 10 and 12 points left at the end of the day, because he just can't eat enough food to fill up his points because I keep his points so low with what I'm eating. So with what I'm making, I offered him 2 tuna wraps and he said, no, I'm good. I only need the 1. So I think because it's still more food than he's used to eating. So, so we're doing good. I showed you on my meal prep video some of the stuff I'm making this week. I'm doing a shrimp stir fry with the cauliflower rice. Tonight we're having a broccoli chicken potato cheesy bake. Oh, this looks so good. And then, guys, I used to make fajitas all the time, right? That was like his favorite meal. So I hadn't made them in quite a while, just because I'm thinking, you know, fajitas have the wraps, and the wraps are going to be too much for me, and the sour cream and whatever. Well, now the chicken is 0, and I make them with chicken, and I got the Olay wraps. I made like 2-point fajitas, so every fajita is like 2 points. I only eat 2. That's a 4-point dinner. And we're having that sometime this week. I'm excited for that. What else am I having this week? Oh, grilled cheese and tomato soup. That's going to be a little high, but I did find a 1-point bread. The Aldi Fit and Active bread is 1 point per piece. So I might have 2 sandwiches, but I'm going to bank my points that day because I love grilled cheese and tomato soup. I cannot find a low point tomato soup, as low as I'd like it to be, I guess. Because it's just tomatoes, I would think it would be like 1 or 2 points, but it ends up being 4. So, and I don't eat a lot of it. I dip my sandwich in it. So I don't know. I'm going to play around with that a little bit. I didn't buy the cheese for that yet, because I want to go somewhere else and look. I know that you can't get the fat-free singles anymore. But my store also didn't have the 2% singles. They just had singles. So, I'm going to go and find, a cheese I want for that first. But we're having that. I'm excited for that. We're having barbecue chicken one night this week, which I did with a shake and bake, which was like 2 points for like 1/8 of the box. You know, and the chicken is free. So we're going to have that with some asparagus and broccoli and I think some cheesy noodles, which a half a cup of that is like, I don't even remember, but it was enough points I was willing to have it. So yeah, I'm excited about dinners this week. I'm excited about having it done. I work a lot this week. I'm not working tonight. But Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I have appointments. So, you know, it's Christmas, got to make the money. But I'm excited. So, and I don't want to take all the time, this morning, but I did want to check in and let you guys know we both lost weight. We're both loving the freestyle. Norm didn't know anything else but freestyle because he started the week freestyle started. So, you know, he says this morning, he goes, so I didn't know my points were rolling over, my weekly points, even though I told him. He's like, I didn't realize. And I'm like, you know, probably because I hadn't talked it to death when I was starting out. You know, I didn't realize that my weeklies rolled over. And he's like, now that I have all these points. So that's why he had a cheesesteak last night. And I got to tell you, on my way home from my job, from my consulting job last night, I was hungry. Even though they had food, I had just kind of picked because I was busy and trying to get done. When on my way home, I really wanted a burger and fries. So I looked at my weeklies, hadn't really used hardly any of my weeklies, and I said, you know what? I'm going to do it. So I went to Burger King and I had a Whopper Jr., which is pretty tiny, and some French fries, and I counted them, and I was over my dailies because I hadn't used any dailies at that point, and went into my weeklies, not a whole lot, but a good bit, and I got to tell you, it wasn't worth it. It was okay. It was a burger, which is what I wanted. And I like a good messy burger. It was okay. The cheese wasn't even melted. So, you know, the fries were okay. They were lukewarm. So I probably wouldn't do it again. And I don't know if that is, I haven't had Burger King in a while. I don't know if that's a commentary on Burger King or if that is just like, I didn't want it. But when I got home, I still had some weeklies, made myself some dessert, which was just Cool Whip, one of those cinnamon fiber bars, and some sugar-free caramel. Put all of that into my tracker, and still lost weight this morning. And this morning's Monday, so everything starts over for us, and I will check in this afternoon, tell you how my day went. I added some veggie straws to my day, so I'm just because you know, I've always banked my points for dinner, but now because we have chicken and shrimp so much at dinner and I don't have to count those points, I'm going to add a little back into my lunch. So we'll see how that works out. And I will check back in with you probably on my way home from work today. If I get a chance, I'll take a picture of this crazy sweater that I'm wearing. It's not even crazy sweater day. And I will talk to you guys soon. Hi guys. So it is Monday, December 11th. I am just leaving work. It is 4:05. I've had a rough day. I've not had a rough day when it comes to Weight Watchers. I've been fine so far. Sorry about the sunglasses, but I can't really see. So I jumped on here this morning to tell you how good of a day we had this morning with our weigh-in. Norm's down 5. I'm down 1 point something. So we're both really happy with that. So today, some of the things that are going on, you know, you ever have something where you just planned it and then you tried to execute it and it just didn't happen? That is how my day has felt all day long. It's one of those almost like whatever could have gone wrong, did go wrong. So, you know, I've got to take a couple steps back, figure out what I'm doing. And this is, I'm talking about teaching a lesson. It's not, you know, I'm a teacher, so teaching something in school, but I'll figure that out. The problem is, because of it, I stressed about it for a big chunk of the day after it happened. So now, for the first time in a really long time, like months, I am going home struggling to not stop at McDonald's or Burger King or Chick-fil-A or one of those ones that have French fries. I am struggling. because I want French fries. So I jumped on here because you guys are like my meeting. You guys are like my check-in. I'm going to try very hard not to do the French fry thing. But I cannot tell you how much I want them right now. And it is the first time ever that I truly feel like stress eating. So what I've had today is I had my egg cup for one. My egg cup is still 1 point because I do have chicken sausage in it. One small link is 1 point. So I still have that. I now have 2 eggs in it instead of enough for like 2 egg whites. So that has helped a little bit with like the protein part of it. So that's been good. So that's still 1 point. My lunch now is, I had a salad today. Inside of my salad, or on my salad, I had chicken. So all the greens were free, the onions were free, the tomatoes were free, the chicken is free. I shouldn't say free, I'm sorry, 0 points. And then I had on top of that a half a piece of turkey bacon for 0. I had a smidge of cheese for 0, like the fat-free Kraft cheese for 0. And when I say a smidge, I mean like a pinch. I had some turkey, or I'm sorry, some French fried onion rings, like a couple, for 1 point. And then I had the dressing, which was a light blue cheese for 1 point because I had less than a tablespoon. So that's a 2 point salad, and a 1 point egg cup. So that was 3 points. And then I had some veggie straws because I just was feeling kind of crunchy today and wanted something crunchy. I had some grapes and I had an apple. So I so far have had 7 points. So that's good, right? So that's, I have like 15 or 16 points. I don't know, I can't math, which was part of the problem today. So I have 15 or 16 points left for the night. My dinner tonight is going to be a chicken, broccoli, cheese, potato bake. I used to just do that in potatoes, but then I'd eat 2 or 3 of the potatoes. So what I started doing is cutting up those little tiny potatoes and putting them throughout the chicken broccoli bake so that I still get that potato flavor and the potato taste without the you know, the whole eating 2 or 3 whole potatoes, right? I have some bacon bits also at home I might sprinkle on top of that, but I have to look at my portion when I portion it out. But the broccoli is free, or I'm sorry, 0 points. The cheese will be 1 point because it is the Kraft fat-free cheese. And by the time I've had cheese now like up so much today, I'm gonna go ahead and give myself a point or 2 for that. So chicken 0, broccoli 0, 1 or 2 for the cheese. And I've got to look to see in my scoop how many potatoes I get. But honestly, it's going to be about, I don't know, total 5 of the little potatoes. So I can't imagine that's going to be more than 3 or 4 points. So I'm thinking my dinner is going to be about 7 points-ish, depending on how many servings I eat. I am craving crab cakes. I never crave crab cakes, ever. Like I live in Maryland. I love crabs. I will eat steamed crabs, you know, 365 days a year. I love steamed shrimp. I like a good crab cake, but I never crave a crab cake. And what I mean by that is like, I never go to a restaurant and think I'm going there for the crab cake. You know, I might go there and order a crab cake because it's the best looking thing on the menu, but I never go, I'm going out to get a crab cake. But for some reason I'm craving them. Crab's not that bad, but I don't know, you know, I don't know. I probably won't do anything about it, but that's how I'm feeling. And then my new favorite dessert still involves Cool Whip, in case you haven't figured out. I'm a kind of a Cool Whip fiend. I take one of those squares It's called a fiber square. Fiber One makes them, but I get the Millsville from Aldi. It's called Fiber Now, I think. Get it? One now. And it's a cinnamon square, and it's 4 points for the square, which is kind of a lot for a little square that you get, but it's got a lot of fiber in it, and it's got some protein in it. So I do that crushed up, and I mean I really crush it up, over top a banana, which is 0 points, some Cool Whip for 1, and some sugar-free caramel for 2 or 3, depending on how much I put on it. So it's 4, 5, 6, 7. It's between a 7 and 8 point dessert, which is what I usually keep my dessert at anyway, between 6 and 7 points. So, you know, that's, I'm telling you, I'm going to have that tonight. Norm's done really well. Weight Watchers today, he said. I was talking to him a little earlier, and then he stopped chatting, so I'm assuming he got pretty busy. But I will let you guys know how we did tomorrow. If I remember to take a picture of the chicken bake and what I'm eating, I'll send it to you. I never remember. But if you go back to my food haul video this week, there's a picture, excuse me, of the chicken bake. So it's basically, that's what I'm eating. But it's, like I said, it's I don't know, about 8 points. But anyway, I should end my points. I should end my day today, my opinion, probably at 0. And I'm okay with that because I've been ending my day with like 8 and 9 points. And I probably will for the rest of the week too, because I didn't really need those veggie straws today. I just wanted them. So I probably won't do that again tomorrow. Because tomorrow, I think tomorrow we're having fajitas. And each fajita for me will be 2 points, and I eat at least 2. So that's 4 points plus whatever sour cream I put on top. So it could be 6 points again. So if I'm going to have 16 points left over again tomorrow, you know, I want to have some points left. But, you know, we'll see. Maybe I can doctor some things. Maybe I can eat half the amount of veggie straws, because there's like 34 veggie straws for 4 points, and I think I could probably get away with eating like 15 and being happy. But I don't know, we'll see. I just, today's been rough. I'm sitting in a really long line of a red light, and the biggest problem is at the end of this red light I have to go straight, and if I make a turn, if I go left, I end up in McDonald's, and McDonald's French fries are calling my name. And my intention was to jump on here and talk to you guys through this intersection, so I knew I would be past it. I used to also want to go to Chick-fil-A because I love their fries too, but I got better at that because the line at that Chick-fil-A is always out the door. I mean, like crazy long. So I kind of got over that. But this line is so long, and I've already talked for 10 minutes, and I talked for like 20 minutes this morning, that I don't want to keep you guys on here. So I'm going to jump off. I might jump back on to say goodbye or to show you what I had for dinner. But either way, it's a Monday. Tomorrow's Tuesday. We've got all this week and all next week before I have my Christmas break. And I got a stressful 2 weeks being observed this Friday. And we're moving into a new classroom next Friday, and I haven't packed a single thing. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'll check back in with you tomorrow, guys. Have a marvelous Monday. Thank you for watching. If you want to, please subscribe. If you want to leave me a comment, I try to answer the comments all on the same day. Thank you for those people who do leave me comments. And ask me anything. I'm an open book. Anything you want to know, I will answer. And then if you think this will help someone else, share it. And I'll chat with you guys soon.